So I would say that I see my career as a series of building blocks. Originally, I actually come from the world of sports. I used to play tennis, but then at some point I switched and I started studying. I was curious about the creative world, so I started a bachelor's in graphic design and advertisement in my home country. And towards the last years of the bachelor's, I got interested in what was social design and sustainability. And that's how I transitioned to doing a master's here in Finland. And I did my master's in creative sustainability in Aalto. And from there, and actually throughout the years, I've taken on through different roles in different initiatives. I've worked as a designer, I've worked as an activist, as a communications lead. I've done some public speaking, some teaching here and there, which were all things that allowed me to complement my skills and to grow professionally. And at the same time, I decided to get professional training as well to become a cultural mediator of political processes such as integration and working with undocumented people. And I feel like I've grown a lot during all those experiences. And my last journey that I've started recently was becoming a PhD researcher. I've started my PhD in University of Helsinki in social sciences. And for my dissertation topic, what I do is I look at facilitation and try to see how it can foster more political participation. So I compare it against different democratic models. I would say that my plot is quite free-form and open-ended in the sense that I've always tried to follow my gut and try to seek for opportunities that actually matched my interests. And I've always just believed that I have the right skills to pursue those. And if I didn't, I put some effort in actually matching the level that I wanted to work at. So I would say in that sense it's pretty free-form because I never believed or I never guided myself with the idea of a beginning point and something to reach, but more of it being an organic path that depending what was my feeling at the moment and depending that the opportunities that presented themselves, I would just either go for it or not go for it. I feel personal influences are quite an important thing when it comes to career building. In the end, it's always important that people get excited about the things that you do, that people are curious despite how much you talk about the billion things that you're doing and how much all over the place you are. If you have people that are excited about it, curious and encourage you to pursue those things, it has a very big impact on the end results. To be honest, I feel that all of the moments in my careers have been unexpected moments, just because of the fact that I never associated the word career with my daily professional life. So I feel that nothing really matches a traditional notion of career, and that is something that I'm actually very content with. And I think it's something that at the same time comes with pros and cons in terms that, yes, maybe having such a multidisciplinary background requires you to do some catching up at times because, of course, you are not an expert in things, but you are more of a generalist. But at the same time, it's something that if you learn to have the right narrative about it, it's something that can become quite meaningful and quite understandable also to people who are maybe not used to something like that. Another important thing in this sense is peer support, also when it comes from, for example, professors, fellow students, etc. And for me, they have been key people who have always tried to see where I wanted to go and have worked hard enough and dedicated enough time on me to raise the bar and to help me get where they thought I wanted to be or where they saw me going. So this is something that actually sticks with you, and it's something that I try to repeat every time because it does have an impact on your confidence, on even creating a new vision that maybe you didn't know you had, and maybe rethinking that you can actually achieve much more than what you did know or didn't know even. For me, meaningful work is getting to do my work. And by this I mean having the opportunity to dedicate time to things that I like, to work in causes or initiatives that I find valuable. To me, that makes work meaningful. And it's not so much about reaching a certain title or reaching a certain ranking, that it's something I'm not that interested in. I've been an activist for over 10 years by now. I've been engaged in different causes related to human rights mainly. I've worked a lot when it comes to refugee issues, asylum seeking, and I'm part of an organization that advocates for better asylum and refugee policies here in Finland. But also I've been quite active in causes related to climate change, to animal rights, and generally human rights and social causes, both in Argentina, in my home country, in the US, in Italy, and here in Finland.